Today, we're literally drawing out a map of why we repeat our romantic mistakes and unpacking something called the attachment template. Have you ever felt like you're just dating the exact same person over and over again, just, wrapped up in different packaging? We're going to sketch out exactly why our relationships so often end up in the exact same frustrating loops. It's a completely common experience, and the psychology behind it, absolutely fascinating. You swore this one would be different. Ma'am, it's a feeling so many of us know all too well, right? Picture this for a second. You meet someone totally new. They've got a different look, a totally different background, even a different name. You think to yourself, okay, finally, I've broken the mold. This is a fresh start. And yet, somehow, 6 months later, you find yourself having the exact same arguments you had with your ex. You're feeling the exact same way. And you're just left standing there wondering, how on earth did I end up right back here? So let's really dive into this. Why do we end up here again? It is so incredibly easy to just write this off as bad luck or some terrible coincidence. Maybe you even blame yourself, right? You think my judgment is just completely broken when it comes to love. But as we start mapping this out, what we actually find is that it's none of those things. There is a deep, profound psychological reason this keeps happening. It's a hardwired, recurring loop. And to truly understand it, we have to look way, way earlier in our lives than our dating history. Let's trace this back to where it really starts. Psychologists call this your attachment template. Think of it as a mental blueprint. It's formed way back in early childhood, and it's constructed entirely based on how your primary caregivers responded to your emotional needs. Much like the foundation of a house we might draw on a whiteboard, it dictates where all the walls go and how the whole structure is supported. Your attachment template is literally the foundational code for your heart. Before you ever went on your very first date, your early emotional conditioning was already setting your baseline expectations for what love is supposed to look and feel like.
Now, this early conditioning generally splits into two distinct paths. On one hand, we have met needs. If your emotional needs were met consistently as a kid, you grew up expecting safe, stable love. To you, love just equals safety. But on the flip side, we see the alternative, unmet needs. If love came with heavy conditions, if it was unpredictable, or if it was marked by absence, your developing brain actually learned to associate the very concept of love with those negative, anxious feelings. Your brain literally wired itself to believe that love is supposed to be unpredictable. Which brings us to a highly uncomfortable but absolutely crucial truth. The brain doesn't pursue what's healthy, it pursues what's known. Let that sink in for a second. The crazy thing is, we don't just happen to tolerate these familiar, painful feelings in our adult relationships. We are actively seeking them out, even when we logically know they hurt us. Your brain is essentially prioritizing familiarity over your own emotional well-being, simply because the known feels safe to your nervous system, even if that known happens to be a total chaotic mess.
So how exactly does this play out in our adult dating lives? Well, look at the traits we're pulling up here. Emotionally unavailable, chaotic, inconsistent. When you meet someone who displays these specific behaviors, if they happen to match your childhood blueprint, something deep inside of you suddenly lights up. You might mistake this for a profound spark or this intense, undeniable chemistry, but actually, it's not because they're genuinely right for you. It's because they feel like home. They perfectly match the emotional pattern your nervous system has been running on a loop since you were a little kid.
But wait, there's another totally fascinating layer to this. We aren't just blindly following this old blueprint, we're actually actively trying to fix it. And this happens in a deeply unconscious 3-step sequence. Step 1, you choose the emotionally distant partner. Step 2, you hope that this time you'll finally be enough to make them stay, to make them consistent. And step 3, you hope to change the ending of that original childhood story. You're basically trying to win the love you didn't get back then from someone who acts exactly like the person who couldn't give it to you in the first place. But here is the reality check. And honestly, it's an incredibly powerful and freeing one. It never is different. The ending doesn't change. Because, and I really, really want you to hear this, the problem was never you. Your inability to make an emotionally unavailable person available is absolutely not a reflection of your worth. It's simply a reflection of their capacity and of a broken strategy designed by your inner child. You simply cannot fix a childhood wound with a new, equally unavailable partner. So how do we actually break out of this chaotic loop we keep sketching out for ourselves? Well, the solution starts exactly where we are right now. Breaking this cycle absolutely requires recognizing the pattern. You have to understand that your nervous system's fundamental blueprint of love might need a massive ground-up redrafting. You have to consciously catch yourself when that chaotic spark ignites, take a huge step back, and remind your body that familiarity is not the same thing as safety.
it's definitely not the same thing as genuine connection.
When you finally start to do the work and rewire these expectations, your entire experience of attraction completely changes. The right person won't feel like a familiar, chaotic old habit. They won't trigger that anxious roller coaster feeling that you've historically mistaken for passion. Instead, they're going to feel like relief. They will feel like a deep exhale, like stability, like actual genuine safety.
Which leaves us with this final pivotal question to consider. Are you chasing an old habit, or are you ready for relief? It's a major paradigm shift, and it changes absolutely everything about how we approach love and connection. Take some time to really reflect on what you truly want your next relationship to feel like. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this helps you redraw your blueprint for real this time. Keep learning, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.